wonderful good morning to one and all. I am Dr.M.Vigneswari, Assistant Professor of PG and Research Department of Physics. So, in this session, I am going to teach research process and elements of a research problem from the subject of material science and IPR. Before we are discussing about these two elements, first of all, we should know what is research and why we have to do research. Nowadays, we are in very sophisticated life and also medically improved life. So, due to research only, we have to get in this situation. So, research is very important in our day-to-day life. So, let me explain one and one. First of all, research process. What is research process? So, first of all, researching allows every individual to learn new information and potentially discover new insights on a particular topic. Whether you are doing basic research or applied research, there are many ways of doing it. In some ways, each research study is unique since it is conducted at a different time and place. Conducting research might be very difficult, but there are clear processes to be followed. It should be very easy. The research process starts with a broad idea for a particular topic. To conduct effective research, you must understand the research process steps and follow them. Here are a few steps in the research process to make it easier for your research. So, the first process is identify the problem. So, finding an issue is the very first step. There are a number of approaches to get insight into a topic and gain a better understanding of it, such as a preliminary survey first thing. What is preliminary survey means? You are doing research about some topic. So, from the topic you are getting information about some preliminary survey. Then after getting preliminary survey, you make a case studies. Then you are going to interview with a small group of people. Finally, based upon your interview, you have to make the observational survey. So, this is the first step, identify the research problem. And what about the second one is, that is evaluate the literature. So, a thorough, complete examination of the relevant studies is essential to the research process. The researcher can build consistency between his work and others through a literature review. Such a review exposes the research process more effectively. So, first of all, you can read abstract from more number of journals. Then you have to read more number of journals related to your topic. And third one, you have to critically appraise the abstract and journal. And finally, you have to search based on your work. So, these are the information you are getting from the literature review. And third one is, you can create hypothesis. First of all, what is hypothesis? It's a scientific assumption. Most of the scientists have proved their ideas based upon their assumptions only. So, a belief or strong assumptions solves logical relationship between the variables. Researchers are able to concentrate their efforts and stay committed to their objectives when they develop theories to guide their work. So, and fourth one is research design. So, research design is the plan for achieving your objectives and answering your research questions. It outlines how to get the relevant information. Its goal is to design research to test hypotheses, address the research question, and produce decision-making insights. The research design aims to minimize the time, money, and effort. So, this going to be plan fits into 4 categories. One is exploration and surveys, and another one is experiment, and third one is data analysis, and fourth one is observation. So, exploration and surveys means, already I said survey is very important tool. Based upon the survey, you have to do some experiment. After you are doing experiment, then your data is going to be analyzed. Finally, you are making the observed result. These 4 categories will use it to minimize the time, money, and your effort. And fifth one is describe population. Here in research, the term population refers to the study group. Suppose a researcher, you are the researcher, you wish to investigate a certain group of people in the community. In that case, the research could target a specific age group. whether it is more than 70 or more than 60 years or 40 to 50 in this way, males or females or any geographic location. So this the way I had to take. The final step in a studies design is to specify its sample or population so that the results may be generalized. And sixth one is data collection. Data collection is important in obtaining the knowledge or information required to answer the research issue. Every research data has been collected either from the literature or the people being studied. There are two types of data. First one is primary and another one is secondary. Primary data, it comes from your experiment and your questionnaire session and what are the observations are going to be done, and already had to done the interview. Based upon these four categories, you have to collect the data, means that data is called as primary data. And secondary data, which is going to be collected from literature survey, official and unofficial report, and approach based upon the libraries. So these are the ways to collect data. And next one is data analyze. After you collecting the data is going to be analyzed. During the research design, the researcher plans data analysis. After collecting data, the researcher analyzes it. The data is examined. Based on the approach in this step, the research findings are received and reported. Data analysis involves a number of closely related stages, such as setting of categories, applying these categories to raw data through coding and tabulation, and then drawing statistical conclusion. So the first one is test analysis. Test analysis means what is going to be happening now at present, what is happening, that is test analysis. Statistical analysis means what happened already, and diagnostic analysis means why did it happen, and predictive analysis means what is likely to be happen, and prescriptive analysis means what action should we take. These are the points we are getting from data analysis. And finally, we have to go to write the report, that is report writing. After completing the previous steps, the researchers must prepare a report deducting his findings. So what are the ways to composing of report means? The first way is layout. So layout means that is title, date, article and a table of contents. And second one is introduction. Introduction includes research purpose and methods, especially the study scopes. And third one is summary of findings. And fourth one is principal report. Principal report contains main body of the report. So this is the way of report writing. And finally, conclusion. So we conclude our findings based upon the 8 previous criteria. In this way, we have to conclude the research. The next one is, what are the elements of your research problem? First of all, why? The answer for this question is objectives or aim of the problem which is to be investigated. Why is there a need for investigation? First, you should very strong opinion about your objectives or aim of the problem. And second one is what. What means, answer of this question is topic or theme which needs to be investigated. For example, suppose a company is running, what would the company do if we increase our price by 25%? So the answer for this question the company should know. And third one is when. When means time. The period of time is very essential. For example, some of the managers run the risk of making the correct decision at incorrect time. So time is very important factor. Next, where. The area or location in which the study is to be conducted. The space coordinates give you geographical boundaries within which the action is to be taken. And finally, who. Population or universe, from whom the data needs to be gathered. For example, you should be analyzed a person or a group of person or some establishment of people. So in this way, if you are doing a very good research means these elements of your research problem have to be followed. and I hope you all very good understand about research process and elements of research problem. So by using this way, you are doing a very good research, I hope. So all the very best for doing your research. Thank you so much.